First contact, an unexpected alien arrival. The night sky over New Mexico blazed with an otherworldly light, casting long shadows across the desert landscape. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, lead astronomer at the Sunspot Solar Observatory, squinted through her telescope, heart racing as she tracked the rapidly descending object. "This can't be happening," she muttered, fumbling for her phone. Her fingers trembled as she dialed a familiar number. "Jack, it's Elena. You need to get here now. We've got a situation." Captain Jack Harper of the U.S. Air Force arrived within the hour, his usually composed demeanor betraying a hint of anxiety. "Talk to me, Doc. What are we looking at?" Elena led him to the main observatory dome, where a team of scientists huddled around various instruments, their faces a mix of excitement and fear. "It's not a meteor, Jack. The trajectory, the speed, it's all wrong. And there's this." She pulled up a spectrographic analysis on a nearby monitor. "We're detecting elements that don't exist on Earth. This is extraterrestrial, and it's about to land." Jack's military training kicked in. "Where?" "Based on its current path, about 20 miles north of here in the White Sands Missile Range." Within minutes, a convoy of military vehicles was speeding across the desert, kicking up clouds of dust in their wake. Jack rode in the lead Humvee, his mind racing through protocols and contingencies. First contact. The words seemed surreal, even in his thoughts. As they approached the projected landing site, a brilliant flash lit up the night sky. The convoy screeched to a halt, and Jack leaped out, binoculars in hand. A sleek, silver craft unlike anything he'd ever seen sat nestled in a small impact crater. Steam rose from its surface, distorting the air around it. As Jack and his team cautiously approached, weapons at the ready, a seam appeared in the craft's smooth exterior. "Hold your fire," Jack commanded, his voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through his veins. "Let's see what we're dealing with." The seam widened, becoming a doorway. And then, in a moment that would forever change human history, a figure emerged. She was humanoid, but unmistakably alien. Standing about 7 feet tall, with iridescent blue skin that seemed to shimmer in the moonlight, the being had 4 arms and large, almond-shaped eyes that reflected the starry sky above. Jack lowered his weapon, taking a tentative step forward. "I'm Captain Jack Harper of the United States Air Force. On behalf of the people of Earth, I welcome you." The alien tilted its head, regarding Jack with curiosity. Then, to everyone's astonishment, it spoke, not in words, but in a series of musical tones that seemed to bypass their ears and resonate directly in their minds. "Greetings, people of Earth. I am Zara, emissary of the Luminary. We come in peace." The next few hours were a whirlwind of activity. As dawn broke over the New Mexico desert, a hastily assembled team of linguists, xenobiologists, and diplomats arrived on the scene. Elena, her expertise in astrophysics suddenly invaluable, found herself at the center of it all. "The Luminary," Elena mused, jotting notes as she observed Zara interacting with the human scientists. A fitting name. Their bioluminescence is fascinating. Jack stood nearby, coordinating security and fielding a constant stream of calls from increasingly panicked government officials. "How's it going, Doc? Making any progress?" Elena nodded, her eyes never leaving Zara. "It's incredible, Jack. Their method of communication, it's not just sound. It's some kind of psychic resonance. We're picking up images, emotions, even abstract concepts. It's like nothing we've ever encountered." As the day wore on, more details emerged. The Luminary, Zara explained, were a peaceful, exploratory race from a distant star system. They had been observing Earth for centuries, watching humanity's progress with great interest. "But why reveal yourselves now?" Jack asked, voicing the question on everyone's mind. Zara's response came in a series of melodic tones, accompanied by vivid mental images of stars exploding and galaxies colliding. Elena gasped as the meaning became clear. They're refugees, she translated for the benefit of those less attuned to the aliens' unique form of communication. Their home system is dying. They've come seeking a new home, and our help. The implications were staggering. An advanced alien civilization seeking refuge on Earth. The potential for cultural and technological exchange was enormous, as were the risks and challenges. As night fell once more, Jack found himself standing alone with Zara, gazing up at the stars. The alien emissary turned to him, her large eyes reflecting the cosmos above. "Your world," Zara communicated, her tones soft and melodious. "So much life, so much potential. We hope to learn, to share, to grow together." Jack nodded, a mix of emotions swirling within him: fear, excitement, hope, and a growing sense of responsibility. "It won't be easy," he said. "Our people, we're not always good at accepting differences. There will be challenges." Zara's response was accompanied by a wave of warmth and understanding. "All growth comes with challenge. We are prepared." As they stood there, human and alien side by side, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, and nothing would ever be the same. Back at the observatory, Elena worked tirelessly, coordinating with scientists around the world as news of the alien arrival spread. Despite government efforts to contain the information, leaked footage and eyewitness accounts were already going viral on social media. "It's happening faster than we can control," she told Jack during a brief break. "The whole world will know within hours." Jack ran a hand through his hair, the weight of the situation bearing down on him. "Then we need to make sure they get the right message. These aliens, the Luminary, they're not a threat. They need our help." Elena nodded, her eyes bright with excitement despite her exhaustion. "And think of what we could learn from them, Jack. Their technology, their culture, it could revolutionize everything we know." As the first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, Jack made a decision. With Zara's agreement, he arranged for a global broadcast. It was time for humanity to face its new reality. Standing before a hastily assembled press corps, with Zara by his side, Jack addressed the world. "People of Earth," he began, his voice steady and clear. "Today, we stand at the threshold of a new era. We are not alone in the universe. The Luminary have come to us in peace, seeking our aid and offering their friendship. The path ahead will not be easy, but together, we have the opportunity to forge a future brighter than we ever imagined." As Jack spoke, Zara raised her forearms, projecting a series of breathtaking images into the minds of all who watched. Visions of advanced technology, of worlds beyond imagination, of a universe teeming with life and possibility. The message was clear. Humanity's next great adventure was just beginning. Cultural exchange, quantum leaps, and cosmic dances. The world held its breath as the Luminary ship, christened Starwaver by social media, hovered above the United Nations headquarters in New York. It had been 3 months since Zara's arrival, and humanity was still reeling from the implications of first contact. Dr. Elena Rodriguez stood on the observation deck of the hastily constructed Interspecies Exchange Center, her eyes fixed on the shimmering vessel above. Captain Jack Harper joined her, his uniform crisp despite the long hours they'd been working. "Ready for this, Doc?" Jack asked, a hint of nervousness in his voice. Elena nodded, clutching her tablet. "As ready as I'll ever be. This technology exchange, Jack, it's going to change everything." The air shimmered, and suddenly Zara stood before them, her forearms moving in graceful patterns. "Greetings, friends," her melodic tones resonated in their minds. "Shall we begin the dance of knowledge?" Inside the exchange center, a team of Earth's brightest minds gathered around a holographic display that Zara had effortlessly projected from her palm. The image showed a complex network of swirling energies and pulsating nodes. "This," Zara explained, her mental voice filled with excitement, "is the basis of our quantum entanglement drive. It allows us to fold space-time, traversing vast distances in the blink of an eye." The scientists gasped, their minds racing with the implications. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, a renowned quantum physicist, stepped forward. This is beyond anything we theorized. The energy requirements alone would be immense, Zara finished, nodding. But observe. With a wave of her hand, the hologram shifted, showing a crystalline structure pulsing with inner light. Hyperdimensional crystals. They tap into the underlying fabric of reality, drawing power from the quantum foam itself. Elena's eyes widened. You're saying you can harness the energy of the universe itself? The applications for this technology, clean energy, space exploration, solving climate change. Jack, ever practical, raised a hand. Hold on, this is incredible. But how can we be sure sharing this won't, well, backfire? Humanity doesn't exactly have the best track record with powerful new tech. Zara's response was accompanied by a wave of understanding and reassurance. A valid concern, Captain, which is why we propose a gradual exchange. We will guide your scientists, step by step, ensuring the knowledge is used responsibly. As the day progressed, the exchange deepened. Earth scientists shared their own discoveries, from advancements in AI to breakthroughs in genetic engineering. The Luminari, in turn, revealed more of their culture and history. During a break, Elena found herself alone with Zara in the center's arboretum. The alien emissary seemed fascinated by the variety of plant life. Your world, Zara communicated, her tones tinged with wonder. It teems with such diversity. On our homeworld, life evolved differently. We became one with our technology, our biology and machinery intertwined. Elena's curiosity piqued. Is that how you communicate telepathically? Some kind of biotech interface? Zara's skin shimmered, patterns of light dancing across her surface. In a sense, but it goes deeper. We share a collective consciousness, a network of minds spanning light years. Yet each of us remains an individual, a unique note in the cosmic symphony. The implications made Elena's head spin. That's incredible, but also a little terrifying. Don't you ever feel overwhelmed by all those connections? Zara's response was accompanied by a feeling of warmth and comfort. It is our strength, Elena. Imagine never being truly alone, always supported by the wisdom and love of your entire species. As they talked, neither noticed the small drone hovering nearby, its camera capturing every moment of their conversation. Across the city, in a dimly lit room, a group of figures huddled around a monitor displaying the live feed from the drone. Their leader, a man with piercing eyes and a scarred face, leaned forward. You see, he hissed, they're not here to help us. They want to assimilate us, turn us into drones in their hive mind. One of his followers, a young woman with wild eyes, nodded fervently. We have to stop them. Humanity must remain free. The leader smiled, a cold, calculating expression. Oh, we will. Project Prometheus is nearly ready. Soon, we'll show the world the true face of these alien invaders. Back at the exchange center, the day's activities were winding down. Jack found Elena in her makeshift office, surrounded by holographic displays and stacks of notes. How's it going, Doc? Making sense of all this, he asked, collapsing into a chair. Elena looked up, her eyes bright with excitement despite her exhaustion. Jack, it's beyond anything we could have imagined. The Luminaries' understanding of the universe, their technology, it's like they're operating on a completely different level. Jack nodded, his expression thoughtful. I know, it's incredible. But what? Elena prompted, sensing his hesitation. Don't you think it's all happening a bit fast? I mean, we've barely had time to process that we're not alone in the universe, and now we're talking about revolutionizing our entire understanding of physics. Elena set down her tablet, considering his words. I see your point. But Jack, think of the possibilities. Clean, unlimited energy. Cures for diseases we thought incurable. The ability to explore the stars. And weapons that could destroy planets. Jack countered. Technology that could be used to control minds. Before Elena could respond, an alarm blared through the building. Jack was on his feet in an instant, hand going to his sidearm. "Security breach in Sector 7, a voice announced over the intercom. All personnel evacuate immediately." As they rushed from the room, they nearly collided with Zara. The alien's normally serene features were contorted with concern. "The quantum core," she communicated urgently. "Someone is attempting to access it." Jack's face hardened. "Looks like some people aren't as excited about this cultural exchange as we are. Come on, we need to secure that tech." As they raced towards Sector 7, none of them noticed the small, spider-like robot that detached itself from the ceiling, scuttling after them on silent legs. In the quantum core chamber, alarms blared as a figure in a high-tech stealth suit interfaced with the alien technology. Data streamed across their helmet's display, a treasure trove of cosmic secrets. "I've got it," the intruder subvocalized, transmitting to their unseen allies. "Initiating download now." Suddenly, the chamber doors burst open. Jack, Elena, and Zara rushed in, followed by a team of security personnel. "Step away from the console," Jack shouted, weapon raised. The intruder turned, revealing a helmet that reflected the room like a mirror. "Sorry, Captain," a digitally distorted voice replied. "Humanity's future is too important to leave in the hands of aliens and bureaucrats." With blinding speed, the figure tapped a command on their wrist computer. The quantum core pulsed, and reality itself seemed to ripple. "No," Zara cried out, her mental voice filled with panic. "The dimensional barriers are collapsing." As chaos erupted in the chamber, a rift opened in the air, swirling with otherworldly energies. The intruder leaped towards it, but Jack tackled them at the last second. They grappled on the edge of the portal, teetering on the brink of the unknown. Elena watched in horror as Jack and the intruder were sucked into the rift. Without thinking, she lunged forward, reaching for Jack's outstretched hand. Their fingers brushed for a moment, and then Elena felt herself falling, tumbling through a kaleidoscope of impossible colors and geometries. The last thing she heard before consciousness faded was Zara's voice, echoing across dimensions. "Hold on. We're coming for you." As the rift collapsed behind them, silence fell over the devastated chamber. Zara stood alone, her four arms moving in complex patterns as she interfaced with the damaged quantum core. Initiating interdimensional tracking protocols, she communicated to the stunned security team. "We must recover them before it's too late." In the shadows of the room, unnoticed by all, the spider-like robot blinked its red eye, transmitting everything it had witnessed to its mysterious masters. The cultural exchange had taken an unexpected turn. Now, the fate of two worlds hung in the balance, as humanity's representatives found themselves lost in the cosmic depths of the multiverse. Cosmic Odyssey, humanity's quantum leap. The multiverse exploded around Elena in a cacophony of impossible colors and fractured realities. She tumbled through dimensions, each one stranger than the last. Fragments of alien worlds flashed by, crystal cities orbiting black holes, planets where gravity ran sideways, oceans of living metal teeming with thoughts. Suddenly, a familiar hand grasped hers. "Jack, hang on," he shouted, his voice distorted by the interdimensional chaos. "I think I see." Their fall abruptly ended as they crashed onto a surface that felt uncomfortably alive. Gasping, Elena looked around. They were in some kind of biomechanical chamber, pulsing with an eerie bioluminescent glow. "Where are we?" she managed, struggling to her feet. Jack helped her up, his military training kicking in as he scanned their surroundings. "No idea, but we're not alone." The intruder who had stolen the quantum data was sprawled nearby, their stealth suit damaged and sparking. As Jack approached cautiously, the figure's helmet retracted, revealing Dr. Tanaka. Elena gasped, recognizing the quantum physicist from the exchange program. Yuki Tanaka groaned, her eyes fluttering open. "Ah, did we make it?" Before anyone could respond, the chamber shuddered. Tendrils of light snaked across the walls, coalescing into a shimmering holographic display. An alien face materialized, vaguely humanoid, but with fractal patterns swirling where eyes should be. "Welcome, interdimensional travelers," the being spoke, its voice resonating directly in their minds. "I am Nexus, custodian of the Cosmic Library." Elena stepped forward, her scientific curiosity overriding her fear. "The Cosmic Library. What is this place?" Nexus's face rippled with what might have been amusement. "This is the repository of all knowledge in the multiverse. Every discovery, every story, every possible outcome of every decision ever made, all stored here, in the folds between dimensions." Jack's hand instinctively went to his sidearm, though he knew it would be useless here. "And why exactly have you brought us here?" "I did not bring you," Nexus replied. "You came of your own accord, drawn by the quantum data you stole from the Luminary. That data was but a fragment of the library's vast archives." Dr. Tanaka struggled to her feet, her eyes wide with a mixture of awe and ambition. "Then, all the secrets of the universe are here. The unified field theory, the cure for death, the origin of consciousness itself. And so much more," Nexus confirmed. "But knowledge without wisdom is a dangerous thing. You have proven this by your reckless actions." The chamber trembled again, and new holograms sprang to life around them. Elena gasped as she recognized Earth, but not their Earth. Dozens of parallel versions of their homeworld flickered into view, each one showing a different outcome of humanity's encounter with the Luminary. In one, Earth had become a utopia, its cities gleaming with advanced technology, its people united in peaceful cooperation with alien races. In another, the planet was a charred husk, destroyed in a war sparked by fear and misunderstanding. "These are but a few of the potential futures that branch from this moment in your timeline," Nexus explained. "The choices you make here will ripple across the multiverse." Jack stepped forward, his jaw set with determination. "We didn't ask for this responsibility. We're just trying to protect our people, our world." "Noble intentions," Nexus acknowledged, "but the road to oblivion is paved with such thoughts. You stand at a cosmic crossroads. Will you choose knowledge or wisdom, power or understanding?" Before they could respond, alarms blared throughout the chamber. The holograms flickered and distorted. "Warning," Nexus announced, its fractal eyes swirling with concern. "Dimensional incursion detected. The barriers between realities are weakening." A rift tore open in the center of the chamber, crackling with eldritch energies. Elena stumbled back, her mind reeling from the impossible geometries swirling within the portal. "It's them," Dr. Tanaka whispered, her face pale. "Project Prometheus. They must have used the data I've transmitted to follow us here." Armed figures in advanced exosuits emerged from the rift, led by a man with a scarred face and cold, calculating eyes. "Ah, Dr. Tanaka," the leader sneered. "I see you've brought us exactly where we need to be, the Cosmic Library. With this, we'll ensure humanity's supremacy across all realities." Jack moved to shield Elena and Dr. Tanaka. "Stand down. You have no idea what you're dealing with here." The leader laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Oh, but we do, Captain Harper. We've been preparing for this moment for years. The Luminary's arrival was just the catalyst we needed." As the Prometheus soldiers fanned out, more rifts began to open throughout the chamber. Elena watched in horror as monstrous shapes writhed in the spaces between dimensions, drawn by the weakening barriers. "The library's defenses are failing," Nexus warned, its form beginning to flicker and distort. "If the dimensional barriers collapse completely, it will trigger a chain reaction that will unravel the very fabric of the multiverse." Dr. Tanaka stepped forward, her earlier ambition replaced by grim determination. "This is my fault. I can fix this. The quantum equations, I understand them now." She rushed to a console that had materialized nearby, her fingers flying over alien controls. Streams of impossibly complex data flowed around her. "Yuki, wait." Elena called out, but it was too late. Dr. Tanaka's body began to glow with an otherworldly light. She turned to them, a sad smile on her face. "I'm sorry. Tell them. Tell Earth I was wrong. Knowledge isn't enough. We need wisdom." With those words, she plunged her hands into the heart of the console. There was a blinding flash, and Dr. Tanaka's form dissolved into pure energy, merging with the library itself. The rifts began to close, the dimensional barriers stabilizing. The Prometheus soldiers found themselves being pulled back through their portal, their leader's face contorted with rage. "This isn't over," he snarled as he vanished. As calm settled over the chamber, Nexus reappeared, its form now intertwined with an echo of Dr. Tanaka's consciousness. "The library is safe for now," the merged entity announced. "But the danger to your world, to all worlds, remains." Jack and Elena exchanged glances, the weight of their experience settling upon them. "What do we do now?" Elena asked softly. Nexus/Tanaka smiled, a bittersweet expression. "You return home, carrying the most precious gift the library can offer, not knowledge, but understanding, the wisdom to guide your species through the challenges ahead." A new portal opened, shimmering with the promise of home. "Remember," Nexus/Tanaka said as Jack and Elena stepped towards the rift, "the future is not set. Every choice, every action, ripples across the cosmos. Choose wisely." As they passed through the portal, Elena felt the vast knowledge of the cosmic library brush against her consciousness. In that moment, she understood the true magnitude of what they had experienced, and the responsibility they now carried. They emerged back in the quantum core chamber of the Interspecies Exchange Center, mere moments after they had left. Zara stood before them, her four arms moving in complex patterns as she worked to stabilize the damaged equipment. The alien emissary's eyes widened as she sensed the change in them. "You have seen beyond," she communicated, her mental voice filled with awe. "You have touched the heart of the cosmos itself." Jack nodded grimly. "We have, and we've got one hell of a story to tell." As alarms blared and security teams rushed in, Elena realized that their journey was far from over. They had glimpsed the infinite possibilities of the multiverse, but the greatest challenge still lay ahead, guiding humanity towards a future worthy of the cosmos. The cosmic odyssey had only just begun. Quantum entanglement, echoes across realities. The world had changed in the blink of an eye. Or rather, Elena and Jack had changed, carrying the weight of cosmic awareness within them. As they stood in the restored quantum core chamber, surrounded by bewildered scientists and security personnel, they realized the true challenge was only beginning. "We need to talk," Zara communicated, her mental voice tinged with urgency. Privately. Minutes later, they were sequestered in a secure room, its walls humming with quantum isolation fields. Zora's bioluminescent patterns pulsed with agitation. "You've become quantum anomalies," she explained, her four arms moving in complex gestures. "Your experience in the cosmic library has fundamentally altered your quantum signatures. You're entangled with the multiverse itself." Jack frowned, his military mindset struggling to grasp the implications. "What does that mean, exactly?" Elena's eyes widened as understanding dawned. "We're connected to every version of ourselves across all realities, aren't we?" Zara nodded, her alien features conveying a mixture of awe and concern. "More than that, your nexus points, living bridges between dimensions. The knowledge, the experiences of countless alternate selves, it's all within you now." As if on cue, Elena gasped, her vision blurring. Suddenly, she was seeing through the eyes of 1,000 other Elenas, a warrior queen, leading a charge against invading luminary on a post-apocalyptic Earth, a cyborg scientist melding with a planetary eye, an energy being exploring the heart of a quasar. Jack steadied her, his touch anchoring her back to their reality. "I'm guessing this is going to take some getting used to," he said dryly. Zara's response was interrupted by a deafening alarm. The building shook, and the air itself seemed to ripple with distortion. Quantum breach in progress, a panicked voice announced over the intercom. Unknown entities materializing in the main atrium. They rushed to the security monitors, watching in horror as reality tore open in the heart of the facility. But instead of Project Prometheus forces, something far stranger emerged. Towering, crystalline beings stepped through the rift, their bodies refracting light in impossible ways. Each movement left trails of quantum echoes, as if they existed in multiple states simultaneously. Crystalline overseers, Zara breathed, her mental voice filled with awe and fear. I thought they were just a legend. One of the crystal beings spoke, its voice resonating at a frequency that made the very air vibrate. We are the guardians of cosmic order. The balance has been disrupted. The humans known as Elena Rodriguez and Jack Harper must be contained. Security forces opened fire, but their weapons had no effect. The crystals beings simply phased through the bullets, existing between moments of time. We need to get out of here, Jack said, his tactical mind racing. If they're after us, we need to lead them away from civilians. Elena nodded, an idea forming. I think I can open a portal, like the one in the library. She closed her eyes, focusing on the quantum knowledge now swirling within her. The air before them shimmered and split, revealing a swirling vortex of cosmic energy. That's not exactly what I had in mind, Jack admitted, staring at the portal in disbelief. Zara placed a hand on each of their shoulders. Go. I'll hold them off and explain the situation to your people. The fate of the multiverse may depend on you now. With a final nod of gratitude, Elena and Jack leaped through the portal, vanishing in a flash of quantum energy. They emerged on a barren, rocky landscape, twin suns blazing in an alien sky above them. But before they could get their bearings, the ground beneath their feet transformed into a lush jungle, then a bustling futuristic city, then back to desolate wasteland. What's happening? Jack shouted over the roar of shifting realities. Elena's mind raced, drawing on the vast well of knowledge within her. Our quantum instability, we're causing localized reality fluctuations. We need to stabilize ourselves, fast. Concentrating, she managed to slow the shifts, leaving them standing on a wind-swept plateau overlooking a valley filled with strange, spiral structures that seemed to defy gravity. Okay, Jack said, taking a deep breath. Where, or when, are we? Before Elena could answer, a new voice spoke from behind them. You are everywhen and nowhen, lost ones. They spun to see a being that defied description, part energy, part matter, its form constantly shifting between states of existence. Somehow, despite its alien nature, it radiated a sense of warmth and wisdom. I am the Quantum Shepherd, it introduced itself, its voice echoing in their minds. I guide those who have become unmoored from their realities. Elena stepped forward, hope rising within her. Can you help us? We're being pursued by the crystalline overseers, and our own quantum instability is causing chaos. The Quantum Shepherd's form rippled with what might have been laughter. The overseers see only order and chaos, black and white. They do not understand the necessity of quantum uncertainty, the power of choice and change. It gestured, and the air around them filled with shimmering threads of light, connecting them to countless alternate realities. You are not merely unstable, the shepherd explained. You are catalysts, nexus points of infinite possibility. The knowledge you carry, the choices you make, they ripple across the entire multiverse. Jack frowned, the weight of responsibility settling on his shoulders. So what do we do? How do we stop the overseers and protect our Earth, all Earths? The Quantum Shepherd's form coalesced into something almost human, fixing them with eyes that seemed to contain entire galaxies. You must embrace your new nature, become the bridge between realities, the mediators of cosmic balance. It raised a hand, and the quantum threads around them pulsed with energy. Elena and Jack gasped as knowledge flooded their minds. The secrets of quantum manipulation, the ability to navigate the multiverse, the power to reshape reality itself. But be warned, the shepherd cautioned, its voice growing grave. With such power comes unimaginable responsibility. Every choice you make will have consequences beyond your comprehension. As if to emphasize its point, a series of visions flashed before their eyes, countless alternate Earths, some thriving in harmony with the cosmos, others torn apart by war or cosmic calamity. And at the center of each vision, versions of themselves, their actions tipping the balance one way or another. Suddenly, the air crackled with familiar energy. The crystalline overseers had found them. Choose wisely, the quantum shepherd said as it began to fade from view. The future of all realities rests in your hands. As the first of the crystal beings stepped through a newly formed rift, Elena and Jack exchanged a determined look. They raised their hands, cosmic energy swirling around them as they tapped into their new powers. Ready to save the multiverse? Jack asked with a grim smile. Elena nodded, her eyes blazing with quantum fire. Let's show them what humanity is really capable of. The plateau erupted in a dazzling display of quantum energies as human ingenuity clashed with cosmic order. Reality itself hung in the balance, waiting to see which way the scales would tip. And somewhere in the depths of the multiverse, the cosmic library recorded every moment, every possibility, as a new chapter in the grand cosmic story began to unfold. Cosmic singularity, humanity's quantum leap. The multiverse trembled as Elena and Jack, newly empowered quantum beings, faced off against the crystalline overseers. Reality itself bent and warped around them, entire universes born and dying in the space between moments. You cannot comprehend the forces you're meddling with, the lead overseer intoned, its crystalline form refracting light from a million suns. The cosmic balance must be maintained. Elena's mind raced, drawing on the vast well of knowledge from countless alternate selves. Balance doesn't mean stagnation, she argued, her voice resonating across dimensions. The multiverse thrives on change, on possibility. As they clashed, Jack tapped into his tactical expertise, augmented by the experiences of warrior selves across realities. He wove through the quantum battlefield, each movement leaving echoes of potential futures. Elena, he called out, dodging a blast of pure order energy from an overseer. We need to synchronize. Remember what the quantum shepherd said. Understanding flashed between them. In perfect unison, they began to move, their quantum signatures aligning and amplifying. The air around them shimmered with untold possibilities. Suddenly, a new presence made itself known. Reality rippled, and a familiar face appeared, Dr. Yuki Tanaka, or rather, the cosmic entity she had become after merging with the cosmic library. The Nexus approaches, Nexus Tanaka announced, her form flickering between human and pure energy. A convergence of all possibilities. You must make a choice that will reshape the very fabric of existence. The crystalline overseers recoiled, their rigid forms cracking under the weight of infinite potential. This cannot be, their leader cried. The cosmic law is evolving, Elena finished, her eyes blazing with quantum fire. Just as humanity has evolved, we're ready to take our place in the cosmic order. As if in response to her words, the battlefield shifted. They found themselves in a vast, impossible space, the heart of the cosmic nexus. Streams of reality flowed around them, each one a universe of infinite possibility. Jack stared in awe at the swirling cosmos. So what now? How do we resolve this? Nexus Tanaka's form solidified, becoming more human. The multiverse stands at a crossroads. The old laws of cosmic order are crumbling. A new paradigm must emerge, one that balances structure with chaos, order with possibility. And we're supposed to decide that? Elena asked, the weight of entire realities pressing down on her. Not decide, Nexus Tanaka corrected, catalyze. Your unique perspective, the combination of human ingenuity and cosmic awareness, makes you the perfect bridge between old and new. The crystalline overseers, their forms now diminished, approached cautiously. "We have maintained the cosmic balance for eons," their leader said, a note of uncertainty in its resonant voice. "How can we trust such young beings with this responsibility?" Jack stepped forward, his military bearing now infused with cosmic wisdom. "Because we understand something you've forgotten. The true power of choice, of free will. Every decision shapes reality, creates new possibilities." Elena nodded, building on his words. "Humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology or our knowledge. It's our adaptability, our creativity in the face of the unknown." As they spoke, the streams of reality around them began to pulse in rhythm with their words. The cosmic nexus itself seemed to be listening, resonating with the truth of their statements. Nexus Tanaka smiled, her form becoming more radiant. "You begin to understand. The next step in cosmic evolution isn't about power or control. It's about harmony, about finding balance in the dance of possibility." Elena and Jack exchanged a look, a plan forming between them without need for words. They raised their hands, channeling the infinite potential of the Nexus. "We propose a new cosmic paradigm," Elena announced, her voice echoing across realities. "One where order and chaos work in tandem, where the wisdom of experience guides the spark of innovation." Jack continued, "A multiverse where every being, every civilization, has the chance to grow, to explore their full potential, while respecting the interconnected web of all existence." Their words and intent rippled outward, causing shifts in the very fabric of reality. The crystalline overseers watched in amazement as their rigid forms began to change, becoming more fluid, more adaptable. "We understand," the lead overseer said, its voice filled with newfound wonder. "The true balance lies not in enforcing order, but in nurturing the potential for both order and chaos." Nexus Tanaka beamed with pride. "And so, a new cosmic age begins. But remember, this is only the beginning. The real work lies ahead." As the cosmic nexus pulsed with renewed vitality, Elena and Jack felt a shift within themselves. The overwhelming cosmic awareness began to fade, leaving them once again human, but forever changed. They found themselves back on Earth, standing in the quantum core chamber of the Interspecies Exchange Center. Zora was there waiting for them, along with a crowd of astonished scientists and officials. "You've returned," Zora said, her mental voice filled with relief and awe. "And you've brought changes we can scarcely comprehend." Elena looked at her hands, still feeling phantom echoes of her cosmic power. "We've given humanity, and every sentient race, a chance. A chance to grow, to reach our true potential." Jack nodded, his expression serious. "But it's up to all of us to make the most of this opportunity. We've seen the best and worst of what humanity can become across infinite realities. Now it's time to forge our own path." As news of their return spread, the world erupted in a mixture of celebration and apprehension. Humanity stood on the brink of a new era, one filled with unimaginable possibilities and challenges. In the days that followed, Elena and Jack found themselves at the center of a global initiative to prepare Earth for its new role in the cosmic community. The knowledge they had gained, though no longer overwhelming, provided invaluable insights into science, philosophy, and the nature of reality itself. Zara and the Luminari worked alongside them, sharing technology and wisdom to help ease humanity's transition into a truly spacefaring civilization. The threat of Project Prometheus faded as people began to understand the true scope of the cosmos and humanity's place within it. One evening, as they stood on the roof of the Exchange Center, watching the first of Earth's new quantum ships prepare for its maiden voyage to the stars, Elena turned to Jack with a smile. "You know, when I first looked through that telescope and saw the Luminari ship, I never imagined it would lead to all this." Jack chuckled, putting an arm around her shoulders. "Just think, somewhere out there, in some alternate reality, we probably just had a quiet night at the observatory and went home." Elena leaned into him, watching as the quantum ship shimmered and vanished into the depths of space, carrying the first human ambassadors to distant worlds. "Maybe," she said softly, But I wouldn't trade this reality for anything. As they stood there, two humans forever changed by their cosmic odyssey, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. Humanity had taken its first true steps into the infinite expanse of the multiverse, ready to write the next chapter in the grand cosmic story. The adventure, it seemed, was only just beginning.